Good evening, everyone. I'm Jeff Isom, Director of Sales and Training for Nikken North America. And you're in for a treat tonight. We have two experts. One in healthcare. She served in administrative positions for years and years and was very involved in traditional medicine. Also has an interest in other approaches. And we have as well another expert who has really gotten great at sharing with people the amazing products that we have. And this broadcast tonight really is about getting balance, creating balance in your life, and not just in terms of health, but also in terms of your mental well-being, connection to family, really being able to be and become the person that you want to be. So this broadcast tonight, Balanced Life, Happy Life, looks at the idea of how can you create more. And um, we're going to introduce you to a company called Nikken that has amazing products. They have a really fantastic income opportunity, but that comes along with a philosophy of balance in the five pillars of wellness and the idea that you can be your best self through the idea of humans being more. And finally, a community of people all over the world who are focused on creating a better world, a better planet for everyone. So I'm going to introduce you tonight to Madeline Zaworski and Sue Gruber. It says Bob, but Sue, I know you're Sue.
Bob's here
Anyhow,
too, somewhere.
yeah, the two of them are going to give you some insights into this amazing company. So I'll turn it over to Madeline Zaworski and Sue Gruber.
Well, thank you, Jeff. And I'm going to share my screen and then we'll start our presentation. Okay. Okay, so this is called the Balanced Life, Happy Life, and we are presenting the Better Way. And the Better Way is a place where we introduce and share the Humans Being More company Nikken with you. And so we're going to get started. So this lady is just singing her heart out, and you can feel it, you can see it. And actually, this is the way Bob and I feel about Nikken. It was very life changing, and we just want to shout it from the mountaintop. And we use Nikken as a vehicle for us to share Nikken, share wellness with the world. So this lady, and I'm sure you can all relate to her, doesn't look like she has that song in her heart. And I'm sure that most of us have felt like this. Life stressors kind of take that song out of your heart and bring us down. And whether it's financial, health, family worries, job worries, it doesn't matter. The stress just takes the joy out of your life. So this is the Nikken, it's the balance wheel. We call this the 5 pillars of wellness. And it includes your mind, your body, family, society, and finances. And we believe that when you find balance in all of these areas, you are going to have a happier, healthier life. So as we're going through our presentation tonight, I'd really like you to kind of keep these in mind and decide which are the two spokes or the two pillars that you feel the most unbalanced. So this is actually my favorite slide. It is the compounding effect. And we're talking about the choices that we make every day. Small choices made consistently over time make a radical difference in your health, in your wealth, in your relationships, in your happiness. And so the idea is when we make positive choices, our wellness trajectory, our life trajectory goes up. When we make poor choices, our health trajectory goes down. And 20 years ago, Bob and I were this woman on the bottom. We were not happy. We were really very worried about the way our health was going. So we knew we had to do something. We started looking. We discovered Nikken. And after learning some of their ideas and learning about the products, within a year, we were this lady with the smile and the happiness, and we just felt so much better. So I was a nurse for more than 40 years. And of course, that meant I worked in the sick care industry. So we lived the sick care industry, living with the healthcare index that was 68th in the world. Longevity is 76.5 years. Our country sells or spends trillions of dollars managing and trying to control our chronic conditions. And obesity it's just out of control, with men at 34% and women at 27.5%. I was living it. The sick care industry was really letting us down. So we're going to compare that to Japan. Now, Japan has a healthcare index of being number one in the world. They are the healthiest country in the world. Their longevity expectancy is 84.3 years. They spend 1/3 of what we spend in healthcare costs. And their obesity rate is all but non-existent. It's 3.8, less than 4% for men, and just barely over 3% for women. And they practice self-care. Their theory is you are proactive, not reactive. You stop things before they start. You prevent them from even starting. So here's some of the healthcare factors that we deal with day in and day out. And stress is number one, and it affects our life in every aspect. And you add into that our poor quality sleep. There's so many people with sleep issues, poor air quality, water quality. It's hard to believe that our country has a problem with malnutrition, but that is actually what is leading to our obesity rate. We just have poor quality food. And then, of course, we live in the electro smog. I really don't think you can escape it. The trick is to counteract it. So what is the answer? Bob and I have really adopted the mantra of be healthy by choice, not by chance. It is your choice how you want to age, how you want to take hold of your health and be proactive. We have chosen active wellness, and we chose that 20 years ago, and it changed our life. It truly has been a lifesaver. So Nikken was created in Japan in 1975 by a gentleman whose name was Isamu Masuda. Now, he was very out of balance in his financial pillar. He needed to improve his finances. He had a sick child, and in order to take care of his family, he needed more money. And he knew that nature was a way to improve everyone's life, that it had a positive effect on everyone's body. So he created the Nikken magnetic insoles, and he went door to door selling these. And over a 5-year period, he created a lot of wealth for him and his family, and he resolved his problem.
Do you ever have days where everything in your life feels in balance? When your mind is clear and your body feels in tune with nature. When everyone in your family is healthy and happy. When you belong to and support a warm, loving community. When you have a stable income and no debt. Mind, body, family, society, finances. Nikken calls these 5 areas of our lives the 5 pillars of wellness. We help you cultivate balance in all 5 areas of life with the tools that build your wellness home. Because to breathe is to live, we focus on clean air. Because water is life, we focus on pure water. Because healthy food nourishes strong bodies, we focus on nutrient-dense organic ingredients. Because everyone needs restful sleep and energy to feel joyful, we focus on rest, relaxation, and magnetic support. And to keep you as youthful looking as you feel, we focus on naturally sourced marine organic skincare. Our vision is to share the 5 pillars of wellness with everyone. And we want to spread the word throughout the world. Because once you achieve a balanced lifestyle, wouldn't you want to help everyone you know to achieve the same wonderful life of active wellness? That's what we offer everyone who is part of our global wellness community. Join Nikken to build your wellness home and live a life in balance. Discover it, live it, share it.
So now that we know the magic of nature, Nikken, through its science and its technology, has learned how to help us bring Nikken or nature into our home. And we call this the wellness home. So why is the wellness home so important? Well, imagine living in a setting like this day after day. If you had all these windows on your walls, you would feel like you were out in nature every hour of the day. Well, through Nikken's genius, they have helped us bring nature into our home with our air, water, sleep, nutrition, and energy. And they use the wisdom of nature as the guide. We actually mimic nature, and we call this biomimicry.
In a world constantly evolving, we've found inspiration in nature's timeless solutions, hidden in plain sight, waiting to be discovered, readily available outside our doors. This is biomimicry, the art of learning from and emulating nature's brilliance, solving our problems and creating sustainable solutions. Nature is our guide, offering forms more efficient than we ever imagined, processes ahead of cutting-edge technologies and systems refined over billions of years. The human body is a highly sophisticated biological system that has evolved to be efficient, adaptive, and resilient. Incorporating principles of biomimicry for human body functions not only leverages the efficiency and adaptability of natural systems, but also aligns with the broader goals of sustainability and environmental harmony. In a natural environment, the spring water is filtered, purified, and filled with minerals that are essential for maintaining optimal functions in our body. The emulation of these natural compositions generates an exceptional source of the ideal water that every cell in our body needs for smart hydration. The Earth's magnetic field influences organisms in many ways: navigation, finding their way, or even for communication. By using magnetic and massage stimulation, we are seeking to influence the body's natural responses to restore balance and support in our increasing stressful world. Air abundant in negative ions can be experienced as a fresh air feeling, such as the revitalizing air near waterfalls and forests. Ionization technologies enhance indoor air quality and overall wellness, bringing pure air to our home. Ceramic reflective fibers work like the sun's spectrum, bringing this comforting technology to our homes. Using energy from our bodies and the environment, these fibers gently reflect a soothing warmth, promoting a sense of well-being for less stress, restful sleep, and vital energy. Our overall approach aims to bring balance in the 5 pillars of wellness by bringing nature into your home. Together, we can make a better world where we not only survive, but thrive. And you? How do you connect with nature?
So there is the Nikken Wellness Home, and I absolutely love that video. So through Nikken's wisdom and all their research and development, and the Wellness Home, we have the ability to turn our homes into a greenhouse for humans. And that means we have air, water, sleep, nutrition, and energy as nature intended. And these wonderful energies protect and nourish our bodies from the inside out. So these are the 5 categories of products that Nikken offers us. And we call these the 5 vital elements for life. We cannot live without any one of these. And if we have a problem, or if we're not giving our bodies a good quality of any one of these, we will suffer. So we need air, we need water, sleep, nutrition, and energy. And with Nikken's science and research, we have replicated nature at its best. So we like to say that facts tell and stories sell. So I'm going to give my quick story. Hopefully Bob will chime in with his quick story, but we got started with Nikken 20 years ago, and it was as a product experience. Like I said earlier, we were falling apart, and we were getting very nervous about the way our health was headed. So I do believe in divine intervention. Through a series of events, we were introduced to our future sponsors through golf lessons. And my golf lesson was actually exacerbating a problem that I had been dealing with for a few years with my hand and wrists. And my coach said, well, he knew I was a nurse. So, he wondered if I would be open to non-medical suggestions. And I said, I'm ready to do anything. So he gave me the precursor to our power chip and the wrist wrap. And within a couple weeks, my wrist and my hands were working just absolutely fine. And my lessons continued. And I was very interested in Nikken. So after that, so the same thing happened for my husband. Bob, are you there? Okay, I can't hear you. Are you unmuted?
I'm unmuted.
There you go. Okay, so tell your quick leg story, honey.
Well, my quick leg story was I had 2 back surgeries in 2.5 years to fix a condition in my leg. And what my leg would do, I could walk about 50 feet, then it would go numb, which made it very hard to walk. And after 2 surgeries, I was kind of informed that I would just have to live with the condition I had, and it had improved through the surgeries, probably 60%, but I still had 40% of which wasn't right. So Sue brought me home a pair of insoles. I put them in my shoes, and in about 2 weeks, I was walking very normal. I had the third back surgery was never scheduled, and I've never returned to the doctor. So, case in point, pair of insoles did the job for me. The doctors helped me, but they finished off the job.
Yay! And we've never stopped. We've never looked back. It's been just life-changing for us. So thank you, honey. So how do you connect to nature? Nikken gives us multiple ways to do it. These are all the different categories of our products. And I recommend you take the quiz on the front page of our personal web pages, whether it's your sponsors or your own, and just kind of see where the best place for you to start is. The quiz is quick and easy, and it'll give you some personalized suggestions for your best health choices. And Nikken gives us multiple ways of getting our products. You can make an individual order, of course, if that's what you'd like to do, or you can look at the packs that we have, which are grouped into product categories. We have the water, we have all the energy products, and then we have the sleep packs. And these packs will give you a 10% discount. If you are a customer, you can do the Yes My Wellness Home Pack, and that will give you a 10% discount and free shipping if you have a qualifying order. Nikken also gives you the opportunity to register with the company as a customer. which that's where we started. We just started getting our products that we needed. But within a couple of weeks, couple of months at the most, we were so excited about our results. We felt a big difference, and people were noticing that we were changing and that we were better, had more energy, seemed to have more smiling on our face. And so we upgraded and we became a consultant. At that point, we could share our joy and our results with other people and actually make a little bit of extra money. But then by the end of a year, we were so excited. We wanted to build a business. So we became the business builder and we joined the Nikken wellness community full force. But why build a wellness business? There's so many benefits. So I'm going to turn this over to Madeline. She is a consultant with Nikken for more than 20 years. It's been about 27, I think. And she's helped thousands of people improve their lives and earn some money. And so I'm going to let Madeline take it from here.
Thank you, Sue. I'm going to be incorporating my business story with the slides that I'm presenting. So why a Nikken business and why did I choose the Nikken business? So my initial story was that I was introduced by a friend who thought after I was outplaced. So let me just start back over again. I'm sorry. So I was a part of a restructuring of healthcare, having to close a hospital and outplace, downsize 300 people. And then it happened to me. So I didn't like that. And why is finances a problem for so many people and the number one stressor? It's answered somewhat in this cash flow quadrant. If you look here, 95% of all of us were taught that if you get a college education and get a job and go to work, you'll be fine. And 5% of all the wealth in the world is done by people, is earned by people on the left side of this who are in jobs or own their own small business. One way to move over to the right side of the cash flow quadrant, where 95% of the wealth is to learn about creating multiple sources of income. Now, Sue explained very well that Mr. Masuda, the founder, started by selling insoles door to door. And what he wanted, he had a ninth grade education, a major health need for his son. He was driving a truck. He didn't have the income. And so he learned about the network marketing distribution system, that it was an opportunity for people to help other people earn and to create more income for themselves. So here is how Nikken is a bridge to being able to move from being an employee to being a business owner. And so the models already mentioned with the three options that are there, one can begin and retail. The Grubers are top of the list all the time. They've mastered that and exceptionally well and earn a very good income with that. You can have a large retail base and you can be earning 30%. The markup, the markup of having a lot of customers and the level that you are yourself. Many of those then will join just as suited. They made the choice to join their sponsor. And so that's a small business model where you're increasing it to 40%. Where you are able to increase 6 levels down, 6 generations is explained well in the next slide, where you're growing and serving a larger community where you can earn residual reproductive income, but having an impact for so many people. So let's take this model and explain it. If you, in the middle, have your own products that you're using and growing your own wellness home, and you help 3 other people to join your business, and each one of you have 5 customers. You have your own 5 customers and each one of those business partners. Here is the exponential effect. 3 business partners multiplied 3 times 3 is 9. And if you take that to the 6th level, you have 729. You can take your calculator out and try 4 times 4, and it's even more. If you have 5 customers each at the 2nd and the 3rd and the 4th level of duplicating what 4 people, you and 3 others are doing, can bring you to almost 4,000 customers. So by teaching a few people what you've learned and continuing to do that yourself, you have the opportunity to have a larger network where the multiple sources of income have an influence. You're helping more people to be healthy. Everything that we just learned, we all know. We know where the economy is. We know where we rank versus Japan. And we have a huge opportunity with 50 years track record of research and development of where Nikken is today with his packaged wellness home and being able to then impact more people. Now, this is a simpler model of looking at to explain what was there. It's an overwhelming slide maybe to look at for the first time. But in one apple, there are a couple of seeds. You can count the number of seeds. But when those seeds create a tree, you can have 1 or 2 bushels of apples coming from one tree. But when that tree forms another tree with these seeds and you have an orchard, this is a visualization of the impact of leveraging and compounding. And so if you could think about it that way. Now, what is leveraging and scalability, and where do we see it in other industries? And this is where else, since COVID, Nikken is so well positioned here as well. Look at what has happened to Amazon. They're #1 globally in sales because of what they've done using the internet. Uber has able to decide when they pick somebody up, have relationships with their regular customers, and can schedule whatever ones they want around taking their children to work or whatever. But they're leveraging there, but they don't have the duplication effect that what Nikken has, where we have the possibility of both. We have the choices of being a retailer, the small business unit, or creating a larger network where you can multiply with more people. And here's the other positive. You can take your business anywhere with you. Now, I'd rather be sitting here and talking and having conversations with the people on vacation. Barb Satterwhite is on here tonight, and she just came from skiing. And being where I am in Ohio with the cold weather, skiing doesn't appeal to me, but she came home with new customers and new business contacts and is able to write off a business. So business owners have many benefits that they have, and you don't have to have a college degree to learn what to do to become successful. So what is it that we do? How do we attract these people and how do we find them? It's simply by having conversations. Just somebody who went for golf lessons. I met a couple in church recently, and Barb met people there. So you're having conversations. You introduce the products that we've heard about. You join, and then we do the same thing. We share the opportunity as we are here tonight. We invite more people. And as you can see down at the bottom here, some of the sprouts are going to sprout right away and grow into an orchard, and that we're hoping for. And some of the other ones are going to take a while, and they may come back to you later and be ready at another time, and that's okay too. So Nikken does all the hard work. They do the research and development. They make sure the shipping goes out. They have an amazing support staff, and we have an amazing support in Jeff as Director of North American Sales, and they never miss a paycheck. 27 years, I have 5 paychecks a month every Friday for the retail customers for the markup, and then on the 15th of the month. How nice would that be to have 5 checks coming in for when you have different bills and different needs during the week? Those of you that are listening here tonight. So it is a collaborative entrepreneurship model, and it's called a perfect gig. It's a low cost of entry, and some would say too low cost. For $39.99 to begin, you can begin leveraging your sponsor and using products that they have and taking them to their home, or you can begin by investing in yourself. And it's an investment, not an expense. We need to think from a business perspective. We're investing in our health. We're investing in a business. It's not an expense. We have tax write-offs. We have huge tax write-offs. There's a leadership development plan like we're doing here tonight. We have amazing collaborative entrepreneurs who love to share their wisdom, love to share what they know. And you find out that there's any way to do it in any personality, any age. It's all okay. And the high rewards and potential, there's no top of scale. You can continue sponsoring. There's always turnover in every industry. People leave, they get married, they decide they don't want to, or divorce, they don't want to do it. And so you're constantly looking for new people. And it becomes fun. I think you can see that we both enjoy it and it's fun. So that's how we look at it. So how do we grow our global wellness community? We say it's easy as ABC and as simple as teaching three to reach three, which was that little model. We don't have to have 100 people that we need to teach. We're sorting for those who really are interested in creating their own business and taking good care of the other customers. And Nikken helps with taking care of the customers now too. They're constantly sending information, reminding our customers and so forth, helping us. It's a collaboration model. And so here's that little model down here again, where there's you with your wellness home, those 5 customers minimum, always adding more customers, and at least 3 business partners. And if there's more because of attrition, it's even better. Just keep sponsoring wide. Good width is very good. Now, I want to point one thing out here. People will say on the hierarchy, is it a pyramid? I was sponsored by a silver, and I quickly became a platinum, and so she was still my sponsor. I was underneath her in the business, and so it's a reverse pyramid. When I worked my way up from 85 cents an hour to a corporate vice president position in a healthcare system, there was always somebody above me that made more, and that somebody made the decision of whether I should stay or not. It's not true here. Only you make the decision of how many people you want to speak to and what you want to share and what you want. Up down in the corner here, the HBM. Humans Being More philosophy of healthy mind and the personal development. I have 13 years of formal education and the personal growth and development. My colleagues, what I've learned from one another, far exceeds what I learned in my first 30 years in my career and has really made me a better human being. So in looking at this picture of the global wellness community, you see one person in there that's my age, and you see a lot of variety and nationalities and younger people. Why? The next slide. This is my most favorite slide. So from 1989 to this year, we are 35 years in North America of the 50 years in the world, and I have 27 of those 35 years. So I rode that first wave of growth of 4 billion in sales, which is only 1.25% of all of North America's market share, everything here. And that's not primarily, it was driven by 80% boomers like me. So here's the huge opportunity here. Our company owner and president and CEO, Luis Kasuga, over the next 5 years for Vision 2030, has a goal of going from 50 million to 500 million. Well, how is that going to happen? It's because of the leveraging and the scalability that we have with the internet, what is being unfolded, and that the Gen X, the millennials, the Gen XYZ, whatever everybody is, they have skills and they have the need. They're interested in the environment. Well, we have products for the environment. They're interested in helping people, so the more money they make, the more they can give away to other people. So when I started, I've always enjoyed teaching and recruiting and dealing with turnover. That's all I did in the first 30 years of my career, and that's what I'm still dealing with. And I was interested in being a part of that. I am more interested than ever in what we see here now. And my goal now is to help find and recruit those who are open-minded, willing to practice, willing to be mentored, and anybody can find 1 hour a day, 5 days a week, if they have a strong enough why and a strong enough need. So that's my message to you. And look at what the possibility is. By 160 million, I hope to be in heaven, but I'll be happy looking down to see how huge these next networks are of what has happened during this period of time of every home a wellness home, every home a wellness home start. So in summary, yes, we can start as a customer and we can upgrade. We can also become a wellness seeker, a wellness enthusiast, a wellness entrepreneur, and we don't know who we are going to lead to. So someone who makes an intention to have whatever goal they want, and in that duplication process, somebody much more entrepreneurial than you can show up and does show up. So we have a system of taking you through the process. So tonight is considered an overview night. Tomorrow night is considered a brand night. So on brand night, somebody different each week presents a product. So you can learn about the products, the technologies. I happen to be the speaker tomorrow night on nutrition with Randy Rolfe. I see that she's on here this evening. She's the expert. So we'll be sharing information. I'll do the overview on nutrition, but she'll be adding. And so I invite you to come tomorrow night and see what that's like so you can learn more about brand night. And on Thursday night, there is by appointment. This is easy as ABC. If someone here tonight really wants to know more about the business opportunity, whoever invited you can make an appointment and you have the opportunity. There are two top leaders, Dave Rolfe and Mike DiMuccio, that have been since 1990 and 92 with Nikken. So almost all of the 35 years that they're in North America, they've established large global networks and they are able to answer questions and help your person who sponsored you and you make that decision. I brought a young couple last week to that event, and it was a major learning experience for me to listen and to watch. We're still early in that discernment process, but it made a difference for Matt to pique his interest a little bit more. He saw this as something that primarily maybe his wife could do. So we're still very early in the process, but that ABC is critical. So you have a huge opportunity to leverage that. If you're not ready for that, at the same time at 8 o'clock, there is another overview of a wellness home, and the person who invited you tonight can let you know when that is. So going back to the first slide, when Sue asked, as you look at these 5 pillars of wellness, which 2 are most out of balance in your life now? We hope that you have a broader perspective of how Nikken can assist you and to feel good, better every day. And I'll be turning this back to our Director of North American Sales so that Jeff.
Madeline, Sue, thank you so much for giving us that overview. Nikken is an amazing company, and it's a company that I have been with. My mom got started in the 1990s, and I have been a trainer with the company for over 25 years now, and working with the company as the Director of Sales and Training for a little over 10 years now. And I have to tell you, as a member of Gen X, there's a lot of us. There's even more Gen Y, and there's plenty of Gen Z. So there's going to be massive exponential growth happening in a very short period of time. And you definitely want to be part of that. Do not get left behind as that explosion that Madeline just showed us on that one chart takes place. Prepare yourself, your family, to be a part of this amazing growth that will happen as people become more aware of how these amazing technologies and products work, but when married to a community and a philosophy, becomes something amazing. And of course, the income opportunity is fantastic as well. Who wouldn't want an extra check in the mail every single week and a really big check in the mail once a month? So thank you, Madeline. Thank you, Sue. There is going to be an Entrepreneurs Being More tomorrow, and we will be focusing on Team Ambassador and what are some specific decisions, specific things that you need to do to make that happen in your life. So it would be fantastic if you were to join us for that tomorrow. Thanks everybody for being with us tonight. Have a great evening, and we'll see everyone soon.